Hello, yarn tubers. Welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet with Dana and Dooley. He's got his bone that one of his subscribers sent to him. He's been chewing on and now he's resting from that. I am so tired. Do I look tired? I am, this, the tooth pain, I would say, is about 95% gone. I've got some pain right here from where the shots were given because I had to have so many. There are little furry things scratching at my door right now. Little furry dogs. And I am exhausted. I'll get to what I'm working on here in a minute, but I have completed 2 days of orientation with my new company. And I'm not going with a mega carrier this time. I'm going with a smaller company. The guy who started this company has started several companies that are, trucking company. He started a pretty well-known trucking company that is a pretty big one out there right now. Not huge, not like a mega carrier, but significant in the marketplace. So 2 days of orientation, got all that taken care of, did my drive test today. I'm going back tomorrow to, it's not like a test with the chaining. It's just chaining practice. They're small enough that they can take the time with a driver like me to really work on chaining up a whole rig. I have chained up in real life. I mean, when I was with May Trucking, I got a hold of this one of the driver development guys one day when he had time, and he spent hours with me and another gal working with us on chaining techniques. Now those chains, instead of having dual tires on those trucks, they had what they called super singles. They were just super wide, and the chains weren't actually chains, they were cables. So they were lighter to handle, but they tangled really easy. And we did a lot of practice. And on my very last load for May Trucking, I had to chain up at the top of Cabbage Hill, just outside of Pendleton, one night in the dark, in the snow, in a long line of trucks that were being forced to chain up in order to get down the hill. And even those, I'm not that strong anymore. So it was difficult for me because it wasn't something I was used to doing. So, and these chains, like the chains that are on my big red truck, Fiona, when I first got on that truck, I started to drag all those chains out so that I could organize them a little better. They're so heavy. They are heavy, heavy. So then I sang, about the guy running the orientation with my new company. I'm going to meet him at 8:30 in the morning, which is, this video will be up by then, to practice and work on chaining a whole rig, not just in a classroom with a wheel that's on a mount. No, we're going to do it for real. And I'm going to do it a couple of times. I want to be sure I have it down. They expect you to chain. And if I'm going to be a real trucker someday, real grown-up trucker someday, yeah, I'm going to have to chain. And I'm just going to have to get a real good routine, on doing it. So, and I have no doubt that I can do that. It's just going to take some practice, and I'm just grateful that he will take the time with me to do that. I have said in the past to Night, to my DM or to whoever, yes, when I'm home on, home time this time, I'm going to come in and practice chaining. Not just in the classroom, but out on a rig. And then when I get home, I'm like, yeah. So famous last words. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But tomorrow I actually have an appointment with this company to go out in their yard and work on chaining. Now, I know I'm supposed to be resting. I am so tired. And it's not like, it's not like anything we do is really that taxing. We haven't done anything. I'm just so drained with the little bit of pain that I have left. It's still just making me so exhausted. And I hate the idea of being off the truck and off work for a whole week. So much so that I decided, oh, I'm going to go see my truck tonight. So I hate being away from my truck, really. Um, but I think a lot of you are right. It's time to rest and make sure everything's okay. I did go over and see my truck. My plan was to vacuum it out because the floor is, oh, it's so dirty. I have changed the sheets. I like to clean my truck, when I get off of it, so that when I get back on it, and I'm ready to go. But I ended up, I needed to get it in the shop. The batteries were, I need new batteries, and I'm pretty sure there's an air leak in the tractor, so talked to the shop and got that handled. So maybe tomorrow when I get done chaining, I'll go sweep and vacuum and mop. I really do. I take like Swiffer wet pads, wet Swiffer type. I usually get a generic if I can. And after I vacuum it and sweep it out, then I wipe that, scrub that floor down with those Swiffer pads. So that it's pretty clean when I get back on it. Wipe down the dash, that kind of thing. So I'll do that tomorrow after I'm done chaining. I'm probably going to be sore in the muscles. Okay, so I'm going to, as soon as we get done here, I'm going to continue with the Call the Midwife blanket following Mikey's tutorial over at the Crochet Crowd. Very excited about that. Thanks again, Wendy. Okay, so this is the, let's see, it'll be the January 28th, right? Yeah, January 28th pattern giveaway. So, for those of you who haven't participated, and tried to win a pattern, any downloadable pattern to anybody worldwide, I have found that if there is an Amazon Kindle pattern or pattern book up to a $10 value, and you are in the US, I can do that. I can do that. It doesn't have to be crochet. It can be an embroidery, knit, plastic canvas, something up to a $10 value. In the US, if it's something on Amazon, that isn't like a Kindle, I can have it drop shipped to you. Let's play with this. Let's, expand it. We've had a lot of fun with just like, downloadable paid patterns. But we're expanding this now to some Kindle for at least in the US, and I can drop ship like a book or something. If it's, with shipping, it needs to be $10. Because if I'm going to continue to do this every week, it's got to be affordable, right? Right. Okay. So, you got to figure the shipping cost. Figure out your shipping cost. If you're looking at something that you want me to drop ship to you, let's keep it under $10, please. $10 or below. Okay. Okay. All the boring rules will be in the description box. And, like I said, by the time you get this, I will be heading over to do some chaining practice. This company isn't very old. They actually acquired a company that I was applying for about a year and a half ago, I want to say, maybe longer. But then, all those employees end up becoming, the employees, they acquired all those employees and all that freight. And, that kind of helped explode their business, I think. They are significant in the marketplace right now. They have been for, I want to say 2 years now. I've kind of been keeping an eye on them because I kind of got a backstory on them from one of my driver mentors over at May, not the one that works for them now. but one of my other driver mentors, people who taught me, 3 people at May taught me how to drive truck. And, well, I can expand on that. I've also got, 2 more friends that are still with May Trucking. I jokingly call my work husbands, but they have given me a lot of good advice over the last couple of years, and I certainly appreciate being able to call them and get their opinions. So shout out to Peter and Kenny. And Joe. I talk to Joe sometimes too. Just shout out to all my old friends at May Trucking, and I appreciate my time there. I appreciate my time with Night, and yeah, it's out there now. I already gave them my 30 days, but at that time I thought I was going back to May. That didn't work out, so now I'm going with this other company, and I'm very excited about it. Smaller company, but they're gaining more and more resources. Everybody's told me, oh, you get treated better with a smaller company. Okay. But I was always worried about what kind of resources they have, like when you break down and all that kind of stuff. And you know what? This company is really gaining some traction on, they've got their shops, they've got their terminals. They've got their, national accounts when it comes to like tires, anything that I'm going to need out on the road. And it's a dedicated route, and they're paying me pretty well. They got a pretty nice weekly safety bonus. So that adds another penny to my cents per mile every week, as long as, I don't run over anybody. Thump, thump. So anyway, comment down below what you think, you would like to win. And I will draw a winner next week. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.